Welcome to Sage Glendale Senior Living Overview. This is our newest community being built in Glendale, California, and I'm Rob Salierno, the Executive Director of the community. We're so happy to have you join us today and taking time out of your busy schedule to learn more about Sage Glendale. Today I'm going to provide to you a very high-level overview of Sage Glendale. If you have more direct questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll help you along your or your loved one's journey. Today I'm going to start with three major questions: our location, what are we doing about the coronavirus, and pricing. Normally we would wait to do these questions more towards the end, so we could talk about our bells and the whistles all throughout our community. But I've been on enough of these presentations that I understand how distracting it can be at home, so I want to make sure you hear the critical information in the beginning. I will also talk about pricing at the end. Along the way, we will provide a review of amenities, along with what's included in the monthly rent, support services, memory care, and a brief overview of our apartments. Let's start with location. Sage Glendale is a purpose-built community. And what I mean by that is we did not purchase this community from someone else. We are not repurposing this community. It is being built from the ground up. We believe that building from the ground up provides the safest structure, especially in California, along with allowing us to choose the layout and design of Sage Glendale. We also understand and believe in the engagement of seniors in society and the greater community. No one wants to retire away from everyone and everything, and with traffic being so congested, we knew that downtown Glendale was an ideal location for us to build a senior living community. The last one that had over 100 apartments was nearly 85 years ago to be built in this space. So we are excited and we are fortunate that we were able to find this location. The easily accessible area off of the North and South 5 allows the ramp to feed right into Colorado and Elk, which Elk is where we are located. The 134 has a direct drop-off on Pacific or San Fernando Boulevard to access the community, and along with being less than a mile away from the Glendale Memorial Hospital, which is our primary hospital, we also are within a mile radius of a police station, fire station, the Glendale Galleria, and the Americana at Brand. And a block south of our community, we're very excited to be connected with the Pacific Community Center, which also includes a park and a library, in addition to the Thomas Edison Elementary School. We have already spoken with the principal, and we look at trying to work out an intergenerational program where we can assist with reading, studying, and connecting with children and seniors. We understand that we have to keep socially distant at this time. We also understand that the future of these programs are special and provide a purposeful life. The idea is not to retire away from society, but to still be part of the greater community and create purpose in an easily accessible area. If you have more questions on location, please reach out and I would be happy to talk to you about that. As we move on to the question that comes up numerous times and will continue to become a critical and important part of our plan is the coronavirus. We have experts in our company working with the Department of Health, local hospitals, doctors, and myself to establish the best practices in our community. I could talk for hours and go through all different factors and would be happy to review with anyone if you have an interest in knowing exactly what we're doing to keep our residents, families, and team members safe. It really starts with our philosophy being focused on three areas. First, being proactive. We have the fortunate ability to see what has occurred and what others are doing well and not so well, and look how we can implement it better. Right now, we're actually establishing plans on how we can handle both the coronavirus and the flu season to keep our community clean and secure. Safety. As a company, we're always going to err on the side of safety and still understand the holistic view of a person. Being safe just doesn't mean being isolated from everyone and everything. Visitation is very important, and providing a safe way for our families and for our team members to interact is a critical item that we have plans for. Along with communication. We've seen with the best communities having a robust communication plan for residents, families, and team members, and we are going to be that best community. We've been flexing our muscle with social media and Facebook Live and other programs, and learning how we can create an effective town hall for family members and our residents and team members locally and far away to let them know what's happening in the community, what the emergency is, and how we're handling it. We want to make sure nobody's left in the dark and that we can provide up to the minute information. If you have more questions on our plans on coronavirus, please feel free to reach out and we will discuss in more detail. Now, as I move on to pricing, I do want you to understand that our pricing is a mostly inclusive plan, as in we will be including, and I'll go in more detail later, 3 meals a day, weekly housekeeping, maintenance service, transportation, all utilities except phone, and so many more options. And it really breaks into 2 different sections. First, we have the community fee. The community fee is going to be 1 month's rent the first month when you move in. The second is the monthly fee. And you can see our studios start at $4,500, our 1 bedrooms at $5,250. Our care for independent and assisted living is separate and will be completed on an individual basis and done by points. Now, a lot of times you'll see with a home health, they'll ask for 4 hours of care needs to be in place for them to provide that. We're able to do individualized care to about a care action for every 6 minutes. So you can imagine it's a very individualized plan. Our memory care, as you can see the pricing, is a mainly all-inclusive program starting at $69.50 and our private rooms at $89.50. The only additional fees you might see are beauty salon, and in the rare cases, very, very high needs of incontinence care or medication management. Usually that's 10 or more medications being managed by the doctor or the nurse at that time. As you can see, we have a community fee, which is equal to 1 month rent, and we have a little star next to it because we have the ability to provide a benefit to our Jewel Club members. You might say, what is a Jewel Club member? Well, that's our elite club of founding members who sign up before the building opens. Our opening date is going to be January 2021. So starting in a new year with a new community of Sage Glendale. So as people are looking to choose Sage Glendale, we want to offer some special credits and benefits. As mentioned, you can save over $2,000 with signing up with the Jewel Club because your $2,500 to be part of the club counts as your community fee. Also, a great benefit is the 18-month rent lock. Normally, you'll see a 12-month within our community that we will have a price increase due to be determined on what's happening in the economy, what our salary increases, and what our food cost increases mainly. And there's a lot of other factors. You can see other communities actually doing rent increases every 6 months, depending on the location. For us, every 12 months, so this 18-month rent lock really provides that security for our residents. In addition to, we will have on your first month $500 off to help with your moving and packing expenses. And then months 2, 3, and 4, an additional $500 off for just being part of the Jewel Club, and which equals a total of $1,500 during that time frame. The other main feature that we are really excited about is the first come, first choice of apartment location and area in the building. So there's a reason to sign up early. It's to have your choice on location. We already have a couple people signed up, and we want to make sure that you get in line so that you can have that opportunity. So with the benefit of the reduced community fee and the credits, it's over $4,000 in savings to be part of the Jewel Club. And the best part, if you decide not to move in, that $2,500, 100% refundable back to you. So there's nothing to lose to be a part of it. There's everything to gain to be part of our Jewel Club. Let's talk about, as we move on, the amenities. I'm going to show a quick video of our rendering of our building, and this is going to be very similar to what our building will look like. And as you can see, we are very big into having elk as our main street and large patios in the front of our building. We'll have fully grown lemon trees, orange trees, and a variety of plants. This allows easy access for our residents to have fresh air and an open private location. Also allows very large windows for natural light and all of our common spaces and great views for our apartments over this area. Also, similar courtyard for our memory support, which is our secured second floor to provide fresh air and open space for all of our residents. Our interior designer, as you come in through the front entrance, really spent time to make sure they found senior-friendly chairs, sofa, lighting, along with stylish and appealing decoration. We have a great living space for friends and families to have space to connect and to interact with one another. And as we continue, you'll see different areas with lots of natural light coming through. We have, in addition, and you won't see these spaces, a card and game room behind our bistro, along with a luxury movie theater and a private activity room for programs, services, and classes. We also have a bistro, which obviously was seen just a second ago, for all-day dining, for coffee and snacks. And our dining space has multiple venues of the main space, an alcove, and a private dining room. You can see we're transitioning, and you can see some of our apartment views in this rendering. We have a full model, and we are happy to show that full model of a one-bedroom. And you can see the location at the bottom of the screen. So feel free, once you have the information, to reach out. We would love to show you what that model looks like and walk you through. Very high ceilings. We have kitchenettes with full refrigerators and a great looking space to provide all your living arrangements needed. One of our unique features is our demonstration kitchen, in which you can see here. We'll have our chef and local chefs from around town coming in to cook and showcase their special recipes. So with over 10,000 square feet of residential common space, which allows you to live your life your way. And as we move through, we have a couple pictures of our sister communities, which our sister communities have a view that you can see natural pictures of residents in the areas. This is a view in Tucson of the outdoor space, and you can see how they lay out a little bit of their area, along with having some good enjoyment. This was pre-coronavirus time. Once we get back to that point, we are excited to have similar adventures and working with our residents and staff to have fun. We have the common spaces in the living room, along with the luxury movie theater, and we are a pet-friendly community and senior-friendly equipment fitness room. We have 2 salons in our building, one on our secured memory floor and another on our independent and assisted area, along with that private dining room and a dining experience which is second to none. You can catch Carl Dudley, our National Director of Culinary Services. We provided 4-part series on how our dining program is going to be set up, how we will work with residents and their recipes, along with really finding ways to make it creative and enjoyable as we have a really nice dining experience. So go to our Facebook and you can check that out and learn more about our dining experience. Let me switch over to what's included after we talked about all those amenities that you have at your disposal. In our community, we are going to have lots of different items included in your monthly rent. And a couple of those items include restaurant style dining, which includes 3 meals a day, which is an all day dining program. We're not going to have set times that we say you have to come at 5 or you are at 7. It will be dining your way, your time. All utilities, including cable TV, will be included, excluding the telephone. Weekly housekeeping, including linen services and personal laundry, along with maintenance services, 24-hour emergency response system, access to the fitness center, scheduled transportation, and a multitude of social events, excursions, and activities. And as we continue to move now from those items that are included in your monthly rent, we also have our support services, which are dedicated staff 24 hours a day. Well, they will be interacting with our wellness center, which will have full-time nurses 24 hours, and they will be able to assist with any daily needs. There's only very few items of why somebody would have to move out to a nursing home, and some of those might include a trach or a G-tube or something very highly medically needed to assess, and those items are very rare to have in our situation. Only statistically 4% move in long-term to a nursing center. Majority of 96% of anybody can live at home or live in our community till their end of life. Our wellness center will also include physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy in our community. With a physician's order, they will come right to your home and work with our residents to make sure that the balance, strength, and keeping residents as fit as possible. We will have a rotating group of doctors and a couple that will be coming to our community on a regular basis. You can use these doctors, or you can use your physician that you've been using for years. You can have whatever choice you want. We're providing opportunities for you to have that service at your home, along with a 24-hour nursing staff who can assess and help in emergency situations at all times. And the heart and the blood of the community is our caregivers, who will provide the day-to-day activities and making sure with transferring, helping to get dressed or showers, to be those hands-on support for all of our residents. Along with our wellness center, we will have dentists, podiatrists, and other doctors visiting to provide concierge service at our community. So whether you want to use our transportation and go into your local doctors, or use the doctors that are coming to our community, you can live your way with our services. Let me touch on our memory support program. This is our secured floor on the second floor, and we will have a really holistic view of our residents. Our team members are going to have to get to know 25 personal items about every single resident on that floor. We will have consistent staffing in that area and really take a deep dive in making sure that we know the person, not just the disease that they're experiencing. This is a very personal area and individualized, and we would really like to connect with you individually to see if the memory care and the support that we can provide with our In the Moment program is appropriate and that we can meet your needs. And I think that we can at Sage Glendale. So as we talk about the apartment amenities, you saw a couple of the renderings in the previous video earlier in the presentation. We are set up with a kitchenette with a full-size fridge, since we are providing all the meals throughout the day, and we have the bistro with all-day dining, coffee, snacks, and other items through that area. We want to make sure we take those items that you don't need to worry about of cooking and cleaning dishes, let us handle that. Enjoy life, enjoy your time, and have a robust experience of really focusing on the things you want most out of your life. We also have the living room and the bedroom. Our showers have no lips in the sense of there's no bump to get into the showers, so that they really provide an easy way to maneuver into that space. I'm not doing it justice, and what I would ask is that you reach out to us and tour our leasing office, because we do have a full one-bedroom model, and we'd be happy to take you through and let you experience what that looks like. I'm going to touch on the pricing one more time and talk about where we're at with that pricing. The studios start at $4,500, and you can see as I went through all those items that are included, it's a very, very attractive rate, along with the $5,250 at a one bedroom. We're excited to be offering these pricing to you. We are going to be opening in January 2021, and very, very excited about really having those residents. Great thing about coming in early to our community, it's going to be almost a one-to-one, and really as we bring more residents, those first residents are going to be those founders, and our staff is going to get to know them so well that it's going to be a really great way of making connection and interaction with everybody there. And don't forget about all the transportation, basic care, entertainment, utilities that's included within these costs. The really nice thing is the idea behind our Jewel Club, which is that $2,500 to join the Jewel Club. It acts as your community fee and your membership to that founding club. These are very nice benefits of the 18-month rent lock, the first month to have $500 off, and the next 3 months to have another $500 off. Over $4,000 in savings, but sign up early because we want you to have your choice in your apartment and the location of our community. So the next steps. We would like you to schedule your personal appointment today. You can see our phone number below. You'll reach either myself or Mamie Cornett, our Director of Marketing, and we are excited to really talk to you about Sage Glendale Senior Living. Visit our pre-lease office. We've talked about that, and you've seen the address before. We would love to show you the one-bedroom model that we have. Enjoy the benefits of the Jewel Club and spend the new year in a new community, Sage Glendale. We're so excited that you could join us and learn more about Sage Glendale Senior Living. Again, this is a very high view of our community, and we have lots of details on each of these sections. This is really to give you a sample and for you to schedule a one-on-one that we can walk you through what your individual needs are for yourself or your loved one out there. We definitely want to make this a personalized process, and that's how we've always acted, and that's what we want this to be. I want to thank you for your time and really appreciate, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.